Which race of this is the chase? Welcome, folks, to Talladega Super Speedway in Talladega, Alabama. We are ready for some Super Speedway racing here tonight. We're going to be going 54 laps around the big 3-mile track here. It should be a great bumper-to-bumper drafting all the way around here and see who can take the win tonight. It's race number 3 of the playoffs here. And nothing else but my partner here, Carlos. Carlos, what do you say hi to the crowd here?
Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? As practice just ended, we're going to go get ourselves set up for qualifying. We're having another issue with trading paint zone. We're still not sure what. The 40 and the... Oh, it looks like the 1 is actually working now. But the 40 was... just I don't know what's up with the 40. We just can't get his paint scheme working right. So, Hunter, while we're setting qualifying up, why don't you go ahead and bring us up to speed as to what's going on in the chase.
All right, we're going to speed here on the chase points. After last week's Martinsville race, in the top spot, we have Matt Grutenberg with 14 points ahead. Then you have James D. Miller. And then we have Jeff Gross in the third spot, tied with Kyle Borifke. And then in the top 5, we have William Kriska. And then tied with him as well as Chris Rice. Then we had Randy Throne. And then Justin Rector, Robert Hill Jr., and Jordan McAvey. That is our rounding up our top 10 of the playoffs. Coming towards the end of that. As we move on, we have qualifying starting here. They have 4 minutes left to qualify. We'll see what kind of lap times they can pull off by themselves. Carlos, as we know, it's better to get faster laps in the draft. So what kind of lap times do you think we're going to get here coming around just by themselves?
By themselves? I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've personally driven in a truck at the Super Speedway. But it should be like around maybe 2 to 3 seconds slower than in the draft.
That you are right. Some of the speeds we had in the draft here during practice were in the 50s, 51s, 52s. That's kind of where they're lining up when they're in the draft with cars. It seemed like a lot of them were working with each other. There's making big packs in the practice. There was two trucks together trying to work together. So you're going to see a lot of different strategies tonight. See who can hook up with who and see who can take it to the lead. We're not going to see much, tires here at Talladega aren't a big issue. Fuel saving could come into effect at the end of the race, but we'll see what happens with cautions and different pit styles they want to do, different situations. So, kind of up in the grabs on that kind of stuff. We're not going to be worried too much about the pits and green flag. If it goes green flag racing, it could change up a little bit there too as well, but we'll see what happens. And, Carlos, the big question of the night is, we're at Super Speedway. Who's going to get in the big one? That is the question.
Oh, it's it's going to be a big question, a big if of who's going to get involved, and honestly, how many championship contenders? Because this is a race that could destroy someone's chase hopes.
That is right. We have a lot of chase contenders. As we see a couple of races ago, there's been a lot of non-chase contenders really kind of moving around the chase contenders. I've had a couple of cautions with them and kind of moving towards the back of the pack. So, but with this one, we have a couple of new drivers tonight with us as well to help out with the big pack racing as they are going on still with qualifying. You see a lot of speeds. The top right now is a 55.817, and then the second spot 55.973 with Thomas Wagner in the first spot and Robert Hill Jr. in the second.
That's going to change because those were all like up high warm-up laps, getting up to speed laps.
Yes. This second lap, they're all going to be riding that yellow line, the preferred line, all around this track, and you'll see a lot much lower times. As we get a look here, the 46 here.
I believe the 46 may be starting his second lap.
That you are right, Jay Mulder.
No, or not, probably.
He's a new guy with us tonight, is Jay Mulder.
Yeah, it looks like he finished his second lap. Currently P3. Let me go ahead and put up the intervals already. Thomas Wagner in the 43, the fastest right now with J.R. Hager. and Jay Mulder following them. Not too far off. Let's see who else is on track. Cody McCorkle in 4th place. Top speed of looks like 175.
See a lot of these guys in the 54, 55 range. That will obviously drop once they get in that big pack here coming down green flag. They'll be racing top speeds with about track time of about 50 to 52, like I said before. So we'll see a lot with as we go green here. About 40 seconds left of qualifying. As Cody McCorkle posts a 54.938, and that'll put him in the 4th spot.
Yeah, it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers that have yet to actually post a lap time. None of them are actually on track either. So either they're choosing to start in the back, or they're unable to qualify. Maybe some of them might not even be able to start the race.
As we look at the qualifying setup here, a lot of the chase contenders are in the middle of the pack, and that's kind of the first chase contender is Randy Throne in the 8th spot. So I mean that's a kind of a scary place to be in the middle of the pack, because that's where most of those big time wrecks happen. So we'll see what happens towards the green flag as we get towards the grid. All right, we'll see if we can get started here once they start popping up here on the track. Look at a great paint scheme there, the 44, the Sour Patch Kids.
All right, let's start up with the grid.
All right, we'll start out with the top spot. Getting the pole is Thomas Wagner in the 43, and on the outside in the 2nd spot is the 02 of J.R. Hager. In the 3rd spot, we have Jay Mulder, and in the 4th spot, in the 20, of Cody McCorkle. And in the top 5, we have Lucas Cram. In the 23, 75 in that 6th spot of Dylan Gooden. And then we have the 7th spot, 28 of Chris Sweat. And then 8th spot is Randy Throne, the top chase contender there. Then we have Matt Gruenberg in the 54. And then we round out the top 10 here is William Hriska in the 88. Take away, Carlos.
In 11th place, we have David Gervais with Robert Hill Jr., the person who just can't seem to get his paint scheme right, in 12th. 13th place, we're going to have Kyle Pokrevsky with Curtis Sawyer. In 15th, we have Justin Rector, another chase driver, with Anthony Hythe in 16th. In 17th, we got Brent Jones with Liam Sheen on 18th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin will be starting 19th alongside James T. Miller in 20th. 21st, we got Brendan Skinner and Artie Pedersen on the outside in 22nd. And running out the end of the grid, Hayden Wheeler, it'll be 23rd.
So as we look at the grid, we see a lot of the chase contender guys kind of in the middle of the pack. We'll see what happens. But, I think these guys are hopefully fill it out these first couple of laps, see what happens, see what the draft is like. Do not so much bump drafting. We see a lot of that in practice, and it did not go too well. But we'll see what happens as we start pacing around the track. We'll probably have one lap here of pacing, and then we'll go green.
Now, if you were to see there is one truck that's just all white. No number, it's just an all-white truck. That is the 40 of Robert Hill Jr. Just for some reason, my trading paints just doesn't agree. My iRacing just doesn't agree with him. So I even got the paint scheme loaded up on iRacing, and it still isn't doing anything for him. So we apologize for that. I'm still looking into it, but I just can't figure out as to why the 40 paint scheme just won't show up.
Which is kind of a heartbreaker because I can see it on my screen over here, and it's a wonderful looking My Card Lemonade paint scheme. That black and yellow looks great. As you look on the track here, you see that the chase contenders still do have that little, sky aqua blue on their as their numbers and wheels. So those are your chase contenders. Just a reminder there. So when you're watching the race tonight, you can make sure to know who your favorite chase contender is and where he is on the track and what he's doing. As the pace car lights are off, we will go green this time around. I ask, who's your favorite tonight? Who do you think's gonna take it? Who can just maybe keep your truck clean? Who do you think's gonna be that guy?
I'm gonna go with the new guy. I'm gonna go with the. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with the people's favorite. I'm gonna go with the 44. I think the 44 is gonna win this tonight. We got a lot of people in chat. We got Cameron Rich, one of the three white gods, with a smiley face. Got a lot of people cheering on Team 44. Blue Jay 499 saying, "Well, third place." Say what? Then JD 124. So who do you think is gonna win this race?
You know, I think William Koreska has been the guy. He's been running towards the top. He just can't get the win just yet. I think tonight he's gonna get the win, and he's gonna bump himself up in the chase. Maybe get himself a win tonight and towards that championship even closer. I think he is gonna be the guy to beat tonight. He always keeps his truck clean. He always does great in the pack. I think it's him. As the pace car goes off, we will go green here at Talladega as they go through the tri-oval here. The famous start-finish line is right after the tri-oval here, and here we go.
Now, typically, the race leader always wants to take off and leave behind a huge gap, but not in this place. Not here. You don't want to have a huge gap because then they'll catch back up and they'll pass you.
That is right. As we get a go green flag here, the 43 gets a great start, moves up the track, tries to get some draft from the 02. As they're all trying to get up to speed here, you see they're just linking up together, trying to keep it clean. Looks like the 43 of Thomas Wagner's went down low towards that yellow line where they'll probably mostly be all night long.
That 02 is really getting pushed there in the back by the, I believe that's a 20, and they should be able to get cleared.
He got a great run off of turn 2 as he just cuts down in front of the nose of 43 and leaves the 20 hanging.
It looked to me like I said the 02 got loose, but that could have just been the camera angle and him just going down. But yeah, we have a new leader. The 02 got a really good push by the 20 truck and is now in front of the 43 and leading this pack.
I see they're wiggling a lot here in the pack. I hope they start calming that down a little bit, maybe help them out with the draft, and we don't see anything crazy happen as the 43 is looking a little above the 02.
Indecisive?
Yes. You better be careful. That 20 is right above him. Oh, as he pushes him out to the outside. Now the 20 is in the gap. Making it 3 wide, maybe the 43. No. Goes right behind him. As the 23 goes down, the 20 blocks the 23.
Got a new leader, that'll be 20, yeah.
Yeah, Cody McCorkle takes the lead now. Well, we've seen a lot of lead changes here. We've seen a lot of bump draft. Oh, and they touch! And the 02's around!
That's a huge wreck.
Wow, everybody scatters the 46. Everybody in the 9. The 88. Oh, there's a lot of people. The 8. Oh, they're still wrecking. They're wrecking all down the front straightaway here.
Any chase drivers, 88, yeah, heavy involved. There is no fast repairs, guys.
Oh,
no fast repairs tonight. 54 is involved. Is the 7 involved? Looks like.
He might have got it clean,
he might have some front end damage, looks like.
Maybe
well, there's no better way to take a look at a replay than by actually taking a look at that replay.
Oh, it's going to be a great one. As you see, as the 43 kind of bumps the 02. Coming out of turn 4 here, gets a little loose, hits the 23, and just spins around, and that's when the chaos just happens. Everybody's spreading out, and they can't get away from each other. Oh, it's an early one. I mean, we're only lap 3, and we got a big one. Looks like Kyle Brefke he might have made it out. As we get a look here of Kyle Brefke in the back. Wow, he just. Well, I made a little net code there.
It's a lot of net code there.
Yeah. Kind of just went through that truck, but no.
Oh, okay. Looks like we're having some connection issues with William there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the camera angle from the 9, see if we can find anything interesting there. As I'm assuming not too many people are going to be going down pit road. Hey, are you back?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Yeah, we lost you there for a moment. Ooh.
Oh. I'm gonna leave the call real fast. I'll come right back.
Go ahead. Yeah, we're having some connection issues with William. Hopefully, when he gets back, it should be good.
Carlos, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
All right, perfect. I just had to leave the call.
Are you able to see the my view? Oh no, we are losing him again. Hello, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, perfect. Let's try that one more time. All right, were you able to see properly?
Yes, check. You hear me?
Yep, copy.
Perfect.
A little netcode as he drives through a flipping truck, says Cameron Rich. Looks like Blue J499 was driving the 46. Unfortunately, he was currently in pit road, and it looks like if he's talking to Chad, he's more than likely saying he's done. A lot of drivers in pit road. A lot of them are probably not able to get that car fixed, their trucks fixed in general. But we'll see what happens. You know, this is a huge wreck early, lap 4. This is very, very early. You know, they're more than likely not going to win the race, but you know, if they can finish in the why is the 09 being shown as a leader in pit road? That doesn't make sense. I'm having some tracking issues, it looks like.
I think you are a little behind. That's the reason why. You're still calling in pit road. I think you're caught up, maybe.
No, I'm live. For some reason, it's showing the 09 in pit road. But it's also being shown as a leader for me. That being said, on the graphics, it's actually showing the 20 as the leader. So it looks like 46 has 30 minutes of damage, and he hates everything. So that's going to be a tough break for a new driver looking to make his name here in this league. So eventually, hopefully, the tickers gets updated on my end. Otherwise, I'll just have to work around that. We got a couple of drivers already exiting pit road. We got a 7 who didn't actually have too much damage. He netcoded through a flipping truck.
Yeah.
He does still have some damage, but if he stays in the draft, he should be good as long as his radiator doesn't go kapooey. We got the 75 also. 75 doesn't actually look that bad. He actually looks he's got a pretty clean truck. 44 exiting pit road. And yeah,
he's got a little funny damage there.
Yeah, Cody McCorkle is now being shown as the leader of mine, so it's all good. It's just they needed to reset in pit road.
Oh, I think just switched on the clicker. If I saw that right.
I'm sorry.
If I saw that right, I think I saw it in the clicker that it switched.
Yeah, but that's because the 23 crossed in front of him while they crossed the line. Because they're going too wide. That was not an actual position change.
Alright, as they group up here, we have now a smaller pack here if you look at it. And we're going to be going green this time as the pace car lights are off. Everybody's trying to catch up to the pack here.
Not too many drivers.
Not too many drivers. The 88, who I thought was going to keep the truck clean, he's been doing it all year round, got caught up in the first wreck. Well, we'll see what happens now from here.
And the 44, who I said was going to win this race, also got caught up in a wreck.
Needless to say, we shouldn't have said anything.
No, we probably shouldn't have.
No, we were bad luck for sure. All right, as we come around, they come up to turn 3 and 4. Corey McCorkle will take them to the green flag.
Once they get there, still a while to go. While the pace car is running off turns, is getting into turn 3, I want to go ahead and say a thank you to Track Cams for Gourmet. They're the wonderful manufacturers who have made the camera package that we were seeing tonight. The in-car camera package, I wasn't able to get the rights for Talladega, but any of the in-car packages you're seeing is from Track Cams for Gourmet. So want to check them out? Go to www.trackcams4gourmet. So thank you to them. They're a great help, and they're great guys. So, Hunter, as pace car's about to get ready to pull off, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
All right, we'll do, Carlos. As they come around, we will see the pace car go off this time. They'll go around that long tri-oval again. We'll see when they take the green flag here. As they're bunching up, we will see what happens this time around. As we see the 9 going down the pit road, maybe help out there. And the 20 is off. We got a green flag in the air.
20 is off, but yeah, 43 isn't that far away from him.
No, we'll see them probably pack up here together and see what car can work, what truck can work together to take them to the lead. As the 23 is kind of going to hang out to dry at the top line. We got the 20, the 43, the 23, and the 20. I cannot tell that last truck there was.
25. That's Chase racer, James Lee Miller, also last week's winner. The first chaser is one of 2 chase drivers in the top 10. Copper Krefke is the other one. But I think James Miller is the only one actually that doesn't have any damage.
I think you are right. He kind of started towards the end of the back of the pack, so it might have helped him out getting through that big caution that we had. As you see, these top 6 trucks here kind of getting in a pack and lining up together, bumper to bumper.
Well, it's going to be like this for the majority of the race now that some of the drivers have wrecked. Although the 43 is really pushing that 20 in the corners.
He is, and we see the 25, I think that is.
Yeah, 25 is looking on the outside.
Outside the 23, he's not going to get much help. I see.
No, the 18 decided to not follow, yeah.
No, yeah, he's going to go back in that little pack there now.
Actually, I think the 25 may have some front end damage. No, the 20 got turned! Oh, and the 23 just clips the 25. He'll save it. He'll get in the wall. You'll just get a lot of... Oh, no, now he's got the right side damage. No caution.
No.
Now caution is out. As the 20 got turned, I'm assuming by the 43. Let's go back and take a look at that.
We'll see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Just bumped. He's been riding his bumper the whole time down the back straightaway. He just rode it right into the turn 3 and 4. And you see him get
oh, yeah, right there.
Clipped him. Oh, man. And, you know, the 20 didn't get too much damage. It looks like he's going to be kind of clean. But that 43's front end's got crucial damage on it from that.
And 25 got one of the worst ends of that, though. Let's take a look at his wild ride. He goes up high and looks like he's all clear, and then the 23 just moves up higher than he needs to, clips him, gets below the apron, gets above the apron, gets sideways, saves it after hitting the wall, and then just goes and pounds that right side against the wall.
With a tough break there for James Miller.
So the last chase driver without damage is heavily damaged.
You know, this could have been a big race for him, for him to be able to come out with the top 5 at least. But now with that damage, it could push him back with the rest of the pack that's kind of damaged. When you get a look at Kyle Perefke, his truck doesn't look too bad.
If he stays in the draft, he'll be good.
I think he'll be all right. He'll probably be the next chase driver in the lead of all of them.
Right now, James Miller is currently being shown second, but more than likely he'll be coming down pit road to get that damage fix.
As you see, the only 3 drivers right now on the lead lap is James Miller, Kyle Perefke, and Matt Grunberg. The rest of them are a couple laps down.
Let's see who goes down. Let's see who goes down pit road. 25, 43. That's the one. Not everybody goes down pit road.
No, most of them do. They kind of got caught up in that little caution there. All right. Well, we've seen 2 cautions. We've seen the first one was a big one. The second one was the top pack, and we've seen a lot of it because of bump drafting. And so,
looks like the 20 missed his stall. It's bad enough to get
Carlos, that they are gonna maybe slow down here and rethink what they're doing as we see the 20 miss hits.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna. There's definitely gonna be less cautious now. The 43 learned his errors, hopefully. Because if the 43 wasn't pushing the 20 as hard as he was, then more than likely there wouldn't have been a caution. As Matt Grunberg, look at, he's got the majority of his truck fixed, so I think Matt has the cleanest chase truck right now. Just he's got quarter panel damage there at the back, but the 7 does have some front end damage.
Looks like the 18 is pretty much clean as well. It looks like those are the most. Well, let's look at it there. It looks pretty clean to me.
Yeah, I think it's clean.
It looks like the 18 and the 54 have the most clean trucks of the deal. I mean, Kyle Perefke looks pretty clean as well. The 23...
23 did turn the 25.
He did get clipped a little. If anything, that right front. If anything.
Yeah, he's got some damage in the right front.
Yep, yes he does.
He also shut up his engine. He looks like he's saving some fuel.
Well, you know, it's not a bad idea here. I mean, these early cautions, you can really do that. Help yourself out, probably. Well, the 2 chase drivers now in the top 5 are Kyle Perefke and Matt Grunberg. That would be bumper to bumper as a 4th and 5th spot.
Right now, the drivers that are being shown out of this race is Brendan Skinner, who is currently 6 laps down. alongside Jay Mulder. It's 22nd and 23rd in reverse order of the way I said it. Anthony Hyatt is 20th, 5 laps down. He's out of this session. J.R. Hager in the O2 is out of this session, and I believe that's it. William Kruska is 5 laps down with Robert Hill Jr., and 21st, Taylor Butcher Benjamin is also 5 laps down. So they're still on track. However, they are all in pit road. And they've been in pit road for 11 plus minutes.
A lot of damage to those trucks tonight as they got caught up in the big one on lap 2. Carlos, you know, we thought it could be a big night for our chase drivers, and we've seen that a lot of them have been taken out with early cautions. What do you think the mindset is now for them?
If you've got a clean truck, just hang in the back. Right now, just wait for them to get it all out of their systems and hang in the back. Especially if you're a chase driver. I highly doubt there's a chase driver with a clean truck right now. Maybe the 54 has probably the cleanest truck. Don't do anything. If somebody pressures you, give in. Let them go by, whatever it is. Don't put yourself in a position that you kind of have to trust somebody else to not wreck you. You can trust yourself, but the moment you get put in a position where you have to rely on somebody to not turn you, you have to rely on if somebody side drafts to not touch you or anything like that, then you're putting unnecessary risk this early into a race.
You wonder, Carlos, you think the Kyle Murphy and the 7 and the 54 Matt Greenberg are kind of work together now, since they're the only kind of the chase drivers up top here? You think they're going to work together and try to keep their trucks safe as possible, or are they going to forget about it and just do their own race?
That entirely depends on how close friends they are in real life. If they talk a lot in real life, they're close friends, they might just do that. If not, they might not even have that thinking across their head. They're just thinking for themselves. You know, in my case, when I'm driving and I find myself with a clean car, especially after a lot of wrecks, I'm just gonna hang back. If somebody, like, I'll start my own group. Like, I'll let the main guys be ahead by a couple seconds. I'll start my own group. If somebody in the group wants to just lead, I'll let them lead. I don't care. I'll hang behind them. I just don't want any unnecessary risks.
We've seen these two guys, Kyle Murphy and Matt Greenberg, really battle each other out through the playoffs here for that top spot. Those guys have been really battling for the... And throughout the season, I mean, even they've been battling each other for those wins. You got to think they are very hard competitors on each other, but maybe, just maybe, they are friends on the outside to help themselves out in the long run.
Maybe. We're going to find out soon enough. As I believe pace cars should be getting the 1-to-go signal. Once we cross the line, I think so, considering how close they're all getting together.
As the pace car lights are off, we will go green this time around with 44 laps to go.
I also want to take this time to thank Thomas Morris from OCR Television for designing this wonderful graphics package that we are using here tonight. He spent many hours and times just making this graphic package for us, giving us our very own unique look. So I want to thank him for that. And thank the guys at OCR TV. Check them out. They're a really good broadcasting group.
You're right, Carlos. The new graphics here are gorgeous. They look great. It makes it easier for us for sure when we're looking at that up there at the ticker to help us out who's where and what they are going through. It kind of helps us out a lot for sure nowadays. All right, as they're going through the back straightaway here, we have the top 5 is the 28 will lead us to the green flag, Chris Switt, and 23 of Lucas Kramer on the outside, the 18 of Curtis Sawyer, and then Kyle Porefke and Matt Greenberg in that top 5 spot.
Porefke is not fastest. He's the highest running chase driver right now in 4th place, with Matt Greenberg in 6th. Pardon me, he's 5th. He's just being shown 6th because the 44 passed him.
All right, as they go around here.
That 28 has a lot of front-end damage. I don't really expect for him to stay up front too much.
No, that 28 will probably be pushed to the back, depending on what good run he gets with the 18, if he wants to work with him, or the 23 and the 7. We'll see what happens. We'll see maybe Kyle Porefke. I mean, you'd think that being in the lead would be the safe bet, but we've seen in the past now that it's not that safe.
Nowhere is safe, honestly, not at this point.
No, but as the pace car will go off this time, and we will go green flag racing. As you see that slow and steady start going around the tri-oval, you don't want to get the early start, as we've said. And here we go as we get to that green flag once again.
As the 28 takes off.
Yeah, he did.
But to be fair, he's gonna get past anyway. That's a lot of front end damage, so might as well get as high as you can. 18's gonna get to his back bumper with a lot of speed, but because he had that the 23 up high, he couldn't do anything. However, the 23 without any front end damage is gonna easily go by, even if the 18 is pushing onto the back of the 28.
We see Matt Groomer move up to behind Kyle Perefke as well.
Whoa, Kyle, up high.
They move way up. They are shifting that 23 to the middle of the pack here, and we'll see what they do going into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, and we have our answer of are they going to work together, and if so...
You see that 20 there, peeking the inside of the 54, making a 3-wide race in here on 3-wide TV.
Yeah, so the 54 did work together with the 7, but it wasn't to take it easy. As a matter of fact, it was to push the 7 to the lead. And then just the 54 wasn't able to follow him and lost a lot more spots.
That's true. As we see new leader there in front of the 7, the 23 of Lucas Cram. As the 1's trying to take it inside of the 20, making it 3-wide once again in turns 1 and 2.
It's a very aggressive move. Yeah.
We see him getting bumper to bumper here in 2 groups on the inside and the outside. We see Dylan Big up there behind him as well now. And you see him there. Kyle Perefke's right on the bumper of the 23 there, just pushing him. A little wiggle there.
And we saw what the 1 did to the 20. The question is, will the 20 do the same thing? I don't think he can. I don't think the 20 can afford to do the same thing because he doesn't have the help.
Well, no, that kind of outside line. The 44 is not getting behind, but he's trying to form that outside line. I don't know if it's going to work for him as the 44 moves right back down behind the 28.
Oh, the 23 is disappearing on my end.
Yep, same here. As they try to get a little side draft, the 44 moves up behind the 20. But Kyle Perefke and the 23 are really hooked up bumper to bumper. You see a lot of front end damage down to the 28. He's trying to keep up as much as possible, but I don't think he's got the stuff. As they move in front of the 1, the 1 gives a bump to the 7. Takes it to the outside with Steve Kyle Perefke, trying to take the lead away from the 23. The 1's really got to give him a push to try to get him up there. As he's doing it, the 20's helping him out as well. As he goes into turns 1 and 2. The 7 is peaking, but he's going to stay up top as the 23 gets a great push by the 28.
Yeah, the 1's been thinking about getting to his outside, but he is a chase contender. If you wreck him, it's not a good look on your end.
No, you will
There's a lot of moving here. I don't like all this movement.
Kyle Perefke is in a very vulnerable spot, and I am very nervous for him for sure, as he's got trucks on the inside and the 1 on the backside really pushing him.
And he's got the wall on the other side.
Yeah, and you know that wall's really going to hurt if you hit it hard at this kind of speed.
Yeah, that wall won't move.
As you see the 20 now has moved behind the 23. As there's smoke, somebody's going down the pit.
Yeah, somebody went down pit road. I believe that's the 8.
Oh! As the 42 gave a push to the 25, and now the 28.
What a save by the 28.
Saves it. Man, it really started from the chain reaction of the 43 pushing the 25 James Miller, and that just pushed him right into the 28 and made him really screaming around too as well.
Now, one thing that the 1 does have a teal number, that's just a coincidence. It's darker shade than the championship number, so the 1 truck is not a championship contender.
As you see the 25 James Miller making it 3 wide, going to the outside behind the 1. Man, they are racing hard. I mean, you think they would maybe calm down a little bit with those first 2 cautions, but I feel like they don't really care.
Yeah, it looks like they don't. Another thing being said, lap 24 will be the stage break. We are currently on lap 16. I've noticed that there's been an issue with ATVO recently since an update where it's not keeping track of my changes regarding the laps to go switch to from laps run to laps to go. So I'll look into that, see if I can fix that. But, we'll see. So right now it's just 38 laps to go, but we are on lap 17 of 54.
As you see, the 23's got pushed to the middle of Copper F. He's right there in front of him because he got pushed away from the 20 and kind of lost the draft, so they all came barreling right behind him and passed him up. As you see, Copper F now in the lead. The 23 is going to push, but the 23 moves to the outside, but in front of the 1. And as the 25 of James Miller now is moved to the very top behind the 43 behind him. As you get a good look at the 1 here, giving the push to the 23 going turns 1 and 2. Giving the push as they wiggle a little bit. The 23 will go down in front of Kyle Perifke, and they'll take the lead away.
Yeah, the 23 does have some right side damage, but not as much as the 7. So it was a lot easier of a job to push the 23 to the lead than it was to push that 7. But it looks like the 1 is now being pushed by the 25. And he got a really good run there. Yeah.
James Miller got a great run, great push from the 43, and just push that 1 as well. As the bottom line is really the line to be through the corners. That yellow line is really helping them out as they really hook up together. But that outside line really gets a great run off the turn and really fights for that lead.
And we saw 25 get turned, get loose, save it, and then hit the outside wall. And looks like he's able to repair his truck so as well as he can. Still in the lead lap, never lost a lap. And he's right now battling in the outside line for the lead. As the 09 lap down, actually he just went for his 4th lap down. He held his line on the inside, which in my point of view, I don't care which line you take as long as you call it and you hold it. So it looks like in his case he held his line, so I have seen no fault in what he did.
Not at all. As I've looked through the ticker here, the one guy that we thought would be up in this pack right now is Matt Grunberg, and he's kind of fallen back a little bit in that back pack in the 11th spot, which is not a bad idea because I mean, it might be the safe spot to be at.
Initially, he pushed the 7 on that restart to the lead and then wasn't able to get in a spot with him and just dropped back. But, you know, with the damage he has being limited to his rear quarter panel, his right rear quarter panel, it's probably the best thing for him to just hang back and hopefully wait for the caution. Right now, he is currently 1.3 seconds behind this main group. But, you know, that's enough space where if they wreck, he shouldn't be involved.
As he's hooked up with Curtis Sawyer in that 18 truck. We'll see them probably move around with each other, and we'll probably see Matt Grunberg later in the race. I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure, without a doubt. Unless no caution comes out and he can't find himself back up there. But with all these damaged trucks in the front end, in the front fields, I don't think it's going to be an issue.
But as we say that, I look. Oh, as the 20 gets turned again.
Oh, he really hit that in the rear end. No caution because this is all off track. We'll see if they throw a caution or the 20 is going to bring one out himself. But
it looked like the 43 might have clipped him again. Is that? I'm not sure. I'm not going to say that as that's true, but we'll see.
25 here. Was behind him.
The 25. Oh, well, you know, the 20 was really moving a lot.
Yeah.
25 have nowhere to go, so I mean, it's kind of on him. It looked like.
So he moved down. Oh no, he got clipped by the 25 there a bit, and then yeah.
It looked like the 25 gave him a big push, and the 20 truck was not ready for it.
I mean, that wasn't on purpose.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
it's just part of the drafting. That's all it is.
I don't know how this happened. The 43 was able to get by the 7, and we have a change in the front end.
And you look at the top pack here now, and you see Matt Grunberg is back up there as we just talked about him. He's made himself all the way up to the second, third spot. Him and the 18 of Curtis Sawyer is really hooked up together and brought those trucks to the front. As you see the great bumper cam here, give him the push to the 18. Oh, this is a great view of this bump drafting. You just see him just love tapping that bumper as he comes down.
The 54 did something I haven't seen get done recently. It's pushed the 18 so far ahead that both the drivers were able to get cleared on the inside.
And I was looking through practice, and these two trucks right here were really working together. These guys were packed together of two and really working this out. So maybe this is a plan all along. They wanted to hook up together and take their two trucks to the front and just leave everybody.
Looks like on the outside with the 75 being pushed by the one truck. But unless they get another driver, I highly doubt that line's going to move up anytime soon.
Probably not much unless Copper, if he wants to.
23 is looking up.
Oh, yep, as you see the 23, they are not scared of that outside line. They are loving it, that is for sure. It makes it for a really exciting race. As we comes into turns 3 and 4.
The one truck decided to back out of the outside line. So now it's just a two truck field as the 54 decides to ditch him, yeah.
Wow. 54 is he wants to lead this race this time, but Matt Gruber kind of goes up, but pushes right back down in front of the 43.
I don't know if you saw that, but it looks like the 18 forgot, the caution's out for the stage break, but it looks like the 18 forgot to block the inside, and the 43 was going to get to his inside and then just cut in right in front of him. But it looks like that being said and done, the 54, he time it perfectly, because when they cross the line, yeah, I think he did. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore.
It looks like the 54 took that from him.
Yeah, hold on, let's go back. Yeah, I think the 54 was able to cross the line and get those points.
That's what shows up on my screen over here for the official over here on my side.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Matt Gruber gets the stage win as he was way back in 11th spot at one time. Then we had a little bump and spin out with the 20 and catches up to the main pack, and you see Matt Gruber just gets a stage win. I mean, it's just a matter of seconds before you just all of a sudden we're talking about him being in the back and he's now in the front. So it's a great stage win for him. It's we'll see what happens for the rest of the race though. Carlos, are we gonna be able to get this stage winner?
Yeah, we'll wait till after pit road though.
Sounds great.
We got William Kriska in the infield care center. We can talk to him. We can talk to the 54. Let's go ahead and get ourselves ready for these interviews, though. So we'll be right back. And we're back. So we're going to talk to William Kriska and get his take on what happened. What happened in the in his incidents before. So, Hunter, go ahead and talk to him.
William Kriska, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you were caught up in the big one, we could say. What, from your point of view, what do you think happened?
Honestly, I don't even know. I was just, racing, and then all of a sudden I saw cars wrecking, smoke, and kind of just prayed to baby Jesus, and I was hoping to get through that, but sadly.
Well, it's a tough break for you. I had you pick to win at the beginning of the race, and I feel like I may have jinxed you, and I'm sorry about that. But it's a tough break. But from here on out, what's your mindset here?
To be aggressive as I possibly can. I'm gonna need all the points now, especially if Matt gets a good race again. So far, he got the stage win. So.
Yes, Matt is looking very strong tonight. That's for sure. Any last words from you there, William?
What was that? My thing.
Yeah, if you have any last words.
Not really. Just thanks for broadcasting again. Thanks for everyone watching.
All right, William. Well, good luck for the rest of the race and the rest of the chase season here. We'll let you get back to what you're doing.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right, that was William Kriska. Now that the pit road is over, it looks like the 43 took 2 tires. The first 2 drivers took 2 tires. Let's go see if we can talk to the stage winner, Matt Grubenberg. So let me drag him in here, see if he's ready.
Matt Grubenberg, got a copy?
His mic is muted, so I don't know if he... Oh.
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right, Matt. Well, it's been a wild race, that is for sure. You've kind of stayed in the back of the pack there at the end of at the start of that second caution. And we were talking about you. You were in the 11th spot, and I didn't know what you're going to do. And before we know it, you're in the lead. So why don't you take us through that situation?
Yeah, well, they were racing pretty crazy up there. I was expecting another caution up there, just by the way it was going, and it seemed like they got more, I guess, clean up there. They didn't seem like they were racing too hard. So I told Curtis that it was time to go. So I just told him that I would follow him wherever he went, and I pushed him up there. And ultimately, got a push from Lucas Cram there on the last lap before the stage, and he was able to push me ahead of Curtis there, and was able to get the win.
It was a great move, great race to watch right there at the end of the stage. What's your plans here on out on stage 2 going towards the checker flag?
More or less the same. We're just gonna have to fill out how they're racing up there in the front pack, if it's getting crazy or not, and really the ultimate goal is to save the car for the end, so don't get wrecked out too early. So we'll probably do something similar. Me and Curtis, we'll go with 10, maybe 5. Who knows? It'll just be like a gut feeling. But yeah, it was something the same as before the stage.
All right, Matt. We'll let you get back to the track here as we're about to get going green here lately. Well, good luck for the rest of the race, and hopefully we'll see you in victory lane.
Thank you.
All right, that was Matt Gruenberg, stage winner. So we're gonna go dark for a little bit while we go ahead and get ourselves ready for the restart. Alright, everything should be back up and running. We are still not 1 to go yet. We should be 2 to go. 1 to go should be next time by.
Yes, I think you are right. As we see them kind of the 43 and 23 here side by side. We'll take you through here. Let's see the how we'll go out to the grid towards the green flag here. As the second stage will start with Thomas Wagner. In the first spot here, will take us to green with Lucas Cram in second. Matt Gruenberg, our stage winner, will be in the third spot with Kyle Brefke in the fourth. And then we'll have Dylan Gooden in the fifth spot. Artie Peterson Jr. in the sixth. Curtis Sawyer in the seventh. Hayden Wheeler in the eighth spot. Cody McCorkle in the ninth. And James D. Miller round out the top 10 here.
Yeah. In the 11th, we got Chris Sweat. Brent Jones in 12th. And that is the last car in the lead lap. Justin Rector in the 03, 1 lap down. David Gervais 2 laps down, exiting pit road. And then 11 laps down, we have Liam Sheen. Pardon me, I'm actually very sick right now, and I'm not feeling too well. And then we got Randy Throne, but he's in pit road. I think anybody 16th and out is probably at the race. Randy Throne is currently in pit road, 16 spot, 22 laps down. Everybody else is 23, 24, and 25 laps down.
Well, as we see, a lot of chase contenders were mixed up in the early cautions here today. We have 3 still on the lead lap with Justin Rector with 1 lap down, so he could get that lucky dog and get up in the chase here and get in the mix of the race. As we see the pace car lights go off this time, as we will go green and they bunch up. All right, Carlos, we've seen a lot happen in that first stage. What do you expect to happen in the second stage?
That's wrecking for sure. We're not going to get the same 3 big ones that we've seen in this race before the first stage. I expect we may even go green the rest of the way.
That is true. That would be nice. It's been great racing tonight. It's been bumper to bumper drafting. We've seen 3 wide. We've seen 4 wide. We've seen the big one already. I mean, it's been nothing but excitement. I mean, it's super speedway racing. I love it.
Yeah, you were so excited to find out that we were going to Talladega, and yeah, we're here. It'll be over, and then we'll move on to race number 4. But before we do, we got to finish this one here. 27 to go.
This race is not disappointed. Carlos told me, I messaged him, asked him where we at tonight. He said Talladega. I said, I love it. I cannot wait. And it has not disappointed at all. That is for sure. You see some of the best racing at these tracks in iRacing, that's for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt. This is where we had the D series finale for 3 wide. Our last, originally supposed to be our finale for 3 wide television, and then we got contracted to work here, and then contracted to work for 3 wide. So it's been a very up and down for us in Talladega. It's always scary for me to broadcast Talladega just because of how big it is and how close everybody is. It's hard for me to find an angle where I can find every vehicle together. But I'm making it do so. Hunter, pace car's getting ready to pull off. Why don't you go ahead and take it away?
All right, Carlos, you've been doing a great job tonight. Let's get started here in stage 2. As the pace car goes off here, the 43 will take us to the green flag as they bunch up real close to each other. We'll see what kind of wild racing will happen this time. And here we go. The 43 is still waiting. He's waiting. And there he goes. Green flag's in the air. We are starting stage 2 with 26 laps to go. And you see him get a great jump here. They're kind of spreading out here. The 54, Matt Grunberg, is moving up there on the bumper of the 43. As you see the 1 and the 23 of Lucas Graham forming to the top line. That top line is getting a great run off of turn 2 there. 23 gets a great push from the 1 as the 54 is pushing the 43 right back there. You see the 44 has pushed now to the outside with the 1, the 23 and the 1. Great move. Takes that lead from the first and second spots.
Looks like the 54 wanted no part of this, and he jumped out of the pack. And he's dropping back on purpose, it looks like.
You know, we talked to him at the stage break, and he wanted to be with 18 of Curtis Sawyer, and that is probably what he's doing now. I mean, it worked before. Why wouldn't it work this time around either? As you've seen, Kyle Perefke's kind of taking the same spot too. He's moved back as well, our other chase contender.
And he's got the 18 there right behind him.
So he's kind of got the idea as Matt Grunberg, as we see now the top chase driver is James Miller in that 5th spot in this top pack. And James Miller has not been he has not been scared to be part of this action, that's for sure. He's been right up in the mix the whole night. As we get a great look here of the hood, getting that bunch draft on the 44, move to the outside. The 44 kind of moves up the track a little bit on him, but he drafts right up to that 43 of that Home Depot paint scheme. You kind of see the guys have kind of slowed down this hard big pack racing, and we see them kind of spread to 2 cars, 3 cars. I see the 1 and the 23 trying to leave this little pack they have up front. So we get a great look here of James Miller inside the truck. Getting a great draft up to the 43 of the Home Depot truck. They seem to really like that outside lane. I see the 1 giving a great push to the 23, just riding that bumper as much as possible. And we see the 44 coming up right behind him, below that yellow line a little bit. As the 43 goes way high and hits the outside wall a little bit. I'm not sure what happened there.
Let's take a look.
It looks like he's just by himself and just moves the track a little too much.
Yeah, that was weird. Initially, I thought that he just wanted to back off. But, yes, maybe that was something else. Or maybe he did back off and just didn't turn it enough.
And that gives the 23 and the 1 just right there by themselves now. That gives them a great chance to pack up now with these 4 cars. The 44, 25.
Because this is now a 4-truck breakaway.
We got 22 to go this time around, and we've seen a lot more calmness in the pack now. They've stopped racing so hard, it seems like, now, and trying to be smart. They're trying to save the truck as much possible for the end of the race.
We got Chuck Stringer in the chat saying, Cam, it's past your bedtime. I don't know if Cam is still watching this, but Cam, you should listen to your father and go to bed. The races, we got Blue Jay 499 asking how the race has been going. Hunter, how do you explain this race has been going so far?
Well, I would say it's nothing but excitement, that is for sure. We've seen a lot of chase contenders get knocked out in the first 2 laps. It's been a great race. You've seen a lot of different strategies. You've seen a lot of cars hook up together and work through the pack. And
guess who's back?
As I say that, you see Matt Grunberg is just a man of drafting. Look at him go. Fell behind, try to get out of the pack, and now him and Dylan Gooden has just linked up, and they're taking their trucks to the front. We've seen this many times for them.
We're not seeing the 18 work with the 54. Initially, we thought that that's what's going to happen, but it looks like he's working with the 75. Another clean truck, aside from some left rear quarter panel damage. And
Man,
they're going to be going to the lead.
They are not messing around. They are pushing straight towards it. If you are not watching this race tonight, you are missing something great. That is for sure. And I feel like Matt Gruber, you just can't. Oh, as the 25 James Miller looks to the inside of the 44 and pushes him right in the middle. It looks like the 44 is trying to get a draft off of the fat 54 Matt Gruber against Dylan Gooden. He gets off of 54, and now the 54 is slowing down like there's no draft partner anymore.
Yeah, I just sucked for the 54 there.
Yeah, as Dylan Gooden gets right in front of him, I bet Matt Gruber grabbed on his bumper. Which we've seen, Matt Grubenberg is a great bumper draft partner. He worked the 18 to the front, and we might see the same thing from the 75.
Pardon me if I'm not talking too much. These last couple of days I've been feeling very, very ill. But I'm doing my best to get these broadcasts done for you guys, so sorry if it's just Hunter talking the majority part of this show.
Yeah, you're probably gonna get sick of my voice by the end of this race tonight, but hopefully by next week, Carlos will be feeling much better, and he can be chipping in a little bit more on this.
I mean, you got a better voice than me. I always say I got a voice for sound and films.
I don't know about much of that. As we see Matt Grubenberg giving a great push to the 75 as they're pushing their way back to the lead again.
This one truck, I'm very, very iffy about him. He hasn't caused anything lately, but just the way he's moving kind of like makes me feel like something's gonna happen. Hope I got good news today. Kind of. I got some results regarding if I got cancer or not, but I gotta do some more tests just to get everything done.
Well, we'll be praying for you, Carlos. That is for sure. We don't want that to be going on right now.
Yes, thankfully, if I do have cancer, I got one of the easier to treat ones. Just a radiation pill and it'll be gone.
Well, that's good news. Let's hope for sure it's 100% not going to happen. It's completely negative, and you don't have to go through that. That is for sure.
Well, thank you to Chuck for mentioning that. I didn't think he knew about that. So it was a 4-truck breakaway, and then it became a 6-truck battle for the lead. Now it's a 2-truck side-by-side breakaway for the lead.
As we see, the man Matt Grubenberg has just been he's kind of dominated the track a little bit. He hasn't been at the front the whole time, but quick to the front of the pack.
And behind this main pack is another side-by-side pack here. We got another chase driver. We got the 7, we got the 25. The 18 is there, as well as the 43 who hit the wall earlier. And that purely white truck has to be none other than the infamous 40 truck. We can't seem to get that paint scheme to work.
The mysterious 40, that is for sure. As you see,
they're going single file now, which should means that they should be gaining on this main group soon. So let's get a visual here on the 25 on his in-car, and just see the type of speed differential they're going to be getting there. Oh well, now they're going single file, so it'll be different.
Well, we've seen them 43 push people around the track tonight, and sometimes it hasn't worked out for the best. It seems maybe a push a little too much, and he's kind of been the mix of the cautions tonight. As right now, he's pushing them great, and he's catching up to that lead pack as they're moving up to Matt Grubenberg's back bumper, and gets a great run as they move to the outside behind Dylan Gooden now. He's gonna run out of space. He's gonna give the bump to Dylan Gooden in the corner, which is very scary.
He
And they are
had no
pushing
other
to-
option. And man,
No,
is he pushing the 75 really, really fast? That burst of speed should be enough to clear the 75 into the lead.
I mean, just a matter of seconds of the back straightaway, you see cars come from maybe the 6th or 7th spot, and they are up to the front in just a snap of a finger. It is crazy to watch.
Yeah, the truck is a very, very sensitive draft package. It's just so they just punch such a big hole in the air.
As we see now, Kyle Brefke is kind of get up in that situation. He lost the draft a little bit, but he's got Matt Grubenberg and say the 18 behind him as well. Yes, it is.
So they're finally working together again, it looks like.
This is probably the power pack right here. These two trucks right here together are just like, I mean, Bonnie and Clyde. They are going to move themselves wherever they want and do whatever they want. And see, the 1 and the 23 has been working a lot this stage. They've been bumper to bumper. The 1, I don't. You're right, Carlos. I don't know about it. He moves a lot in the corners, and it makes me nervous if they're really close side by side.
One thing that the 1 is doing properly, he gets really close to the back of the 23, but he's not always on his rear bumper like we were seeing earlier with some of the drivers. He's moving a lot, but he's not making contact with the back bumper all the time, so, as long as that's going on, it shouldn't cause an issue.
It looks like he's learned along the way tonight for sure. It looks like in the corners he's kind of moved off like he should, and in the front and straightaways he's just kind of been right there bumping a little bit. So I mean, he's learned as the night's gone on, and it's probably been for the best for him. As we get a great look here of Dylan Gooden's car. Moving up on that 43 of the Home Depot.
He's got the speed to get up there, but unless he gets some help on the outside, he's not going to move up anywhere if he goes by himself. He got some smoke in the track. Looks like another driver went down pit row. I'll try to see who that is. That looks like it might be the...
I did not get a good look at it.
That's the 9 truck.
Yep. As we see 13 to go now, these trucks have kind of went bumper to bumper, this front pack of 5 trucks here, and we have a second group behind them as well. That's with the chase containers of Kyle Brefke, Matt Grunberg, and Curtis Sawyer pushing them.
If I was them, I would probably have the 54 or the 18 be in the front. The 7 car does have some front end damage.
That is true. With 13 to go, they gotta start kind of thinking, let's pack up here and let's get to the front. As we see the 23 now in the lead get taken away, and the 1 is fine. Shift him to the back, to the outside, and James D. Miller just pushed the 1 to the lead. The 43 right behind him.
Take a look at what happened.
A little bump.
It looks like the 23 just wanted to get out the way. It looks like.
Get tired of getting pushed around, and so here, let's have it.
Something's happened. This whole group is broken up.
Which that's nothing but going to help. That's going to help out Kyle Murphy and Matt Grunberg chase containers.
Yeah, they're already there. It looks like they're getting there.
As they've kind of left Curtis Sawyer behind, and those two guys have just linked up, and now they're moving to the front.
Yeah, it looks like the 75 had a just like something happened. The 75 truck just broke up that whole group. We got the 25 there. We got the 7. They're gonna get a run.
They're going to link up here with James Miller now as Matt Grunberg's kind of falling off pace, and now Curtis Sawyer go behind him as they pass a 43 to the inside. 43's kind of lost steam now since he has no draft partner.
They may go up high. The 7 lost momentum there.
Yeah, and as you see, if we look at the leaderboard here, now the 1 of Artie, the leader at one time, is now pushed back to 8th spot.
Yeah, something really happened with that 75. I chose a really bad time to go down into replay mode.
Yeah, it's 11 to go. Maybe that's something we can look at in the recap later on. As you see now, 3 chase drivers up there trying, well, not 2, I mean, trying to get up there and take that lead away with 10 to go coming around this time.
Third one isn't far off. He's only 1 second away. Something happens to this main 4, this main 5, that 25. Oh, sorry, that 54 of Matt Grunberg will be looking pretty.
And as I look at it, he has the draft partner right behind him. He has Curtis Sawyer. So those two have done it already once tonight in stage 1. I guarantee they can do it again this time around.
Except this time it's just them two. It'll be a lot harder now.
As you see this pack kind of breaking up, they're just kind of going over the place.
Yeah, they went by another lap down driver, and every single time it looks like they're going by a lap down driver, they just start to break up and they go side by side. So this right here will be helping the 54. As you can see, you saw them in the corner. They're running up high. As they're going side by side, this really helps him out. Sooner or later, he's gonna get a draft, and once he gets a draft, he'll be coming in strong. Let's keep the camera angle on him. See what we can do.
This is shaping up to be a great one tonight. We have 9 to go.
That's almost what Blue Jay 499 said. He's saying this is going to be one hell of a finish.
That is for sure. I guarantee it's one of those last lap passes like we've seen many times at this track here at Talladega and Daytona. It's shaping up to be a classic, that is for sure.
We got some more lap vehicles coming in, and they're going to split them. They're going...
Wow.
If you're a lap down driver, you're with somebody else. Well, the 09 did the right thing. They're going below the apron, so... That looked like it was going to be a pretty big issue.
As that was the 20 and the 09 there of the lap cars trying to get out of the way.
25.
Wow.
25 looks up high. He's at the 43 to help him.
As he gets, the 23's wiggling right there. That makes me nervous.
Yeah, they're starting to side draft, with 8 to go. This is it. It's go time. And look who's back.
Kyle Barifke, Matt Grunberg, and the 18 of Curtis Sawyer. Curtis Sawyer's giving a great push at Matt Grunberg. And better watch out. They're making that third lane work. Look at them go as they come up on the side of the 43, making that way up high line work next to that wall.
Unfortunately, that's going to kill the momentum for the 54 and the 18. That being said, the 54 and the 18 have the cleanest trucks out here. 75 also has a clean truck.
As the 23 gets shifted to the outside now, and James D. Miller comes in behind him. Below, and the 23 is trying to get a draft.
He thought about it.
In time. Man, it's a good idea he did not do that. He splits him right there and makes him 3 wide. As he goes and turns 1 and 2.
Now 43 got really close to 25, but 25 drifted up high. And
Kyle
the 18 is
now
pushing
the
the 54 in the section I don't like.
Kyle Barifke is trying to make his name known now as he's trying to get up to this lead pack. It was a 23 trying to get up there in front of Matt Grunberg. Maybe try to start the outside lane a little bit.
Oh, the 54 needs a third driver to make this work, and the 7 he wants no part of this. Best thing he can do is push the 23 up front and then betray him by saying, "Hey, wait for me," and then just go down by yourself when you're clear. I always found myself the best position to be in a 1 or 2 lap restart is 4th place, because then you'll jump to start a little bit, push the outside truck, and then once you get yourself clear, just throw yourself down to the inside and get the lead, and then from there it's easier to hold off the pack for 1 or 2 laps than it is more. So 54 now gets the lead. Well, he gets clear on the inside, and he'll be in 2nd place. Now, will he do something to the 23 at some point, or is he just happy being there? Personally, I would want to pass the 23 and get the win, but I'll be happy with 2nd place too.
He's gonna be thinking about that one. He's not, as he shifts.
Nobody wants to work with the 23 right now, except for the 18. No. It looks like. No, he's changing his mind. 54 is gonna be clear, yeah. Ooh, the 75 thought about it.
So you see the 23 getting shifted to the back now, and the 54 is taking the lead with 5 to go. It's nothing but good news for him, for sure. As we see, great view here of Dylan Gunn giving the push to Matt Grunberg in the 54.
43 is pushing to 25, but there's too much damage in those trucks. I don't think it's going to be enough.
No,
Kyle Barifke lost the draft. He's by himself all the way back there. That front end damage is just too much with 5 to go, coming to a line with 4.
As we come around the tri-oval here, we will come 4 to go with Matt Greenberg in the lead.
My question is, will do any of these other trucks have anything for this lead driver?
We'll see what happens in that last lap. I guarantee they're all sizing each other up and see what's going to open up to see what move is going to be more beneficial for themselves.
23 is looking up high.
Yeah, 23.
75 is looking up high. That's a big mistake because then you're just putting the 54 and the 18 together.
And they are a powerhouse together. They just move through anything. I bet Matt Gruber is very happy about that because that's nothing but a best friend draft partner right there to help him out. As you see, the 75 is sticking up high. He's trying to let the 23 get past the Matt Greenberg, but we'll see what happens. As the 23
they're clear.
Way down. He's clear, and they make it.
Oh, some contact there.
23's better be careful there. That's a sudden contact that nobody wants to see right now. As you see, the 43 and the 25 gets a great run going into turns 1 and 2. Trying to make it work. It's not working much. They don't have enough cars up top there to make it work, but they're trying. As we had a great view of here, Matt Green.
That being said, the 23 and the 54, I believe, are team trucks. Because if you look at the very back of the truck, they both have the NFS logo. Yeah, 54 and 25 in contact. Yeah.
It looks like the 23 is gonna take the lead this time, maybe, but they're gonna fight on the outside with Doug Gooden.
Yeah, the 54 and the 23 are teammates.
This time around, we will have 2 to go. It's shaping up to be a good one. We'll see which line works the best here around the track. Let's see who's going to find that open spot, take that lead away, and take away the win tonight here at Talladega. It's a 6-pack group here with the 23, 54, 18 on the inside, the 75, 25, and 43 on the outside.
Now 25, oh yeah, now it's going to be the inside line now.
Yep, 43 is kind of left at 25 there, and he looks like he's going to lose the draft as well, maybe, but 75's coming in, and he's going to
Whoa, 75. As the 18 goes high, 54 goes high. This was the best time because the 43 had to check up for the 75.
And you know what this means? 23 is losing a draft partner, and he's 54. Matt Gruber is taking the lead again. Through the tri-oval, we have 1 to go. This time, white flag is in the air. As you see, Doug Gooden on the outside, he has no draft partner. Really not going to help him out much right there. As you see, the 43 catching up now, and we have a 5-car pack there on top. Doug Gooden's trying to make it work there on the outside, but has nobody to help him.
Ooh, 43 almost made contact.
43 moves up. 43 moves up to try to give him help. The 25 is right behind him, pushing up as well. It's going to be a good one here.
18 lost momentum as the 75 has gained that momentum.
You see now the 18's getting the push to the
oh my goodness.
The 43's all over the track. Keep it steady there, buddy. Let's see if we have a good finish here. As you see coming around the trial for one last time here tonight at Talladega. We'll see who takes the win at the line. Ooh, as they touch again, Matt Gruber's got it, I think, and he does as he takes a checker flag. Matt Gruberg.
Matt Gruberg, 18, 54, 43, 23 as they wreck. That's another win for the 54 truck. Which Blue J499 was saying, go 54, so I bet he's happy now. You got Samantha Berry saying, woo, go Matt.
That finish did not disappoint, that is for sure. It was a great finish to the last very second.
25 finished 5th place, 6th place, pardon me.
As we see, we have 3 chase drivers there in the top 10 with Matt Gruber obviously taking the win. And then we have James Miller in the 6th spot and Kyle Barefke is coming out in 7th as he kind of lost the draft there at the last couple of laps. Well, Carlos, we saw nothing but excitement tonight. What is some feelings you have towards the race tonight? What was one of the most exciting?
Obviously, it was pretty bad to see all those wrecks in the beginning, but I called it. You know, that last whole stage, one caution free. So that's good to see. Good to see. After the initial cautions, not too many other incidents. There was a wreck after the start-finish line, but honestly, it's after the start-finish line, so you know.
as we see Matt Grunberg burn those tires down. So he picks up the win here. It just helps him boost up for that championship at the end of the year.
And where was he in the points coming into this race?
I think he was our points leader. Yes, he was. That's just another little icing on the cake, as he was 14 points ahead of James D. Miller there in the second spot. So,
and Kyle Krefke got a much-needed top 10 finish. Fortunately, he would have wanted to be up higher, but you know, he finished the race at Talladega, and that's sometimes very hard to do.
I mean, that's more than what most Chase drivers could say tonight. Obviously, as we see, a lot of them got wrecked out in that first caution.
He is really tearing it down. We got Blue Jay really cheering him on. Chuck Swing saying good finish. That was incredible. Burn it down. 54 for the champ by Blue Jay 499. It's a very quick race too. It's not even 1 a.m. yet.
That's always a nice thing to hear too, because those late races are some of the struggles. But you know, tonight was a quick one. I thought it could be a long one after those first two cautions, but they really calmed it down and had a hard racing together.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick moment to get ourselves ready for interviews here tonight, so just give us a bit. And we're back. I don't even know why I say that, because we've adapted that a lot quicker than I thought. So, let's see if we can talk to the second highest finishing Chase driver, James Miller. James Miller, do you have a copy? James.
Yes.
Hi, James. So you finished 6th place, one position outside the top 5. Do you want to give us your thoughts about your night?
What was it, lap 2? That was eventful.
That was lap 4, I think.
Yeah. Somewhere early on in the race was just chaotic. I was staying back was my plan. You know, it worked well for that one, but then it shuffled me up front, near the front for the next restart, and almost made it through that one, but just got clipped and just tried to hang on, but smacked the wall, and just was a little lower on power after that. Just struggling to keep up with packs and really just pushing the hardest I could, but yeah, 6th place is pretty good. Kept the truck fairly clean, other than a bit of right side damage, but a lot better than others. But you know, glad to see a teammate win. Although he is first in the points, doesn't really help me, but it's all good.
Yeah, we saw Matt Grunberg, a Chase driver. Every single Chase driver was involved in an incident. The majority of them involved in that very first incident. So yeah, you were able to be the second highest finishing Chase driver, with Kyle Krefke finishing 7th, third highest, behind you, of course. So Hunter, do you have any questions for James?
No, congratulations on the top 10 here tonight. It was battle to keep the truck clean, that is for sure. Is there anybody you'd like to thank tonight? Any sponsors or anybody?
The Tunnel of the Towers Foundation for everything they do, and thank my teammate Thomas Wagner, well, team owner actually, for working with me through the race. And again, congrats to Matt on his win.
All right, James, before we leave, oh yeah, you already took care of that. So thank you so much. We'll see you next week at Texas.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's see if we can interview third place. Third place is Dylan Gooden. See if he's in the chat. Yeah, I see him here. Let me see if we can interview him. That's the wrong channel. Dylan, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, you ended up finishing third place. Want to give us your thoughts about the night? You ended up leading 7 laps.
It was a really crazy night. I started, I think, like 6th or something, and I asked for an EOL because I knew what was going to happen, and sure enough, it did. Twice. And essentially, it was just a race of attrition, and I just kind of hung back, and then that last caution, or restart, I decided to come to the front, and I had no help there at the very end. Just everybody wanted to go to the bottom, and I mean, the 43 went with me on the backstretch, and he just couldn't get back to my bumper out of 4, so that cost me the race. But I mean, it is what it is. We survived. We got third, and can't be too upset with it.
Yeah, there are a lot of damaged trucks out there. Hunter, do you have any questions?
Doing good race tonight. It was very exciting. A heck of a race with the bump drafting and the cautions and moving through the pack. Is there anybody you'd like to thank tonight? Any sponsors, friends, anything?
Sure, just everybody in the court TeamSpeak, Kyle, Robert, Cody, Brent, Chris, and one more. What's his name? Rector. Why did his name in TeamSpeak is different, so I couldn't remember. So that's really about it. Just I'll win one of these days.
All right, no problem. So we thank you. We wish you good luck, and we'll see how you perform next week at Texas.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's see who's finishing second. That'll be Curtis Sawyer, one of my favorite paint schemes. Let's see if he's on the chat. He is. Curtis Sawyer, do you have a copy?
Hi, I do. How are you tonight?
Hey, second place. You had a clean truck there at the end. You want to give us your thoughts on the night?
Yeah, wild of the last, what was it, 10 laps? It was wild. Everybody was all over the place a little bit. Good racing, though.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely fair to say. Lots of good racing there at the very end. You and the 54 were definitely a powerhouse working together. Hunter, do you have any questions?
Curtis, you were hooked up with Matt Gruber all night, it seemed like. What was the game plan coming in, and what did you work at perfection?
No game plan at all. We just kind of ended up in the back together and lined up, and it we seemed to be able to push up to the front whenever we really wanted to, so we just kind of hooked up together. We kind of made the plan after the first stage when I pushed them up there the first time.
Well, needless to say, it really worked out for you guys for the best, and congratulations on that second spot finish.
Yeah,
I was wondering if there's anybody like to thank, anything like that.
Just everybody that puts this on and everybody out there watching. Just thank everybody for a good race tonight. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope it was fun to watch there at the end, at least.
It was very fun. All right, well, thank you so much, Curtis. You definitely have my favorite paint scheme of the night. So we'll see you. We'll see you next week at Texas. See how you perform there.
Yeah, we'll see you guys there, man. Y'all have a good night.
All right, let's see if we can talk to the race winner, Matt Gruenberg. Hunter, why don't you go ahead and start?
Matt Gruber, you got a copy.
Loud and clear.
You know, Matt, we've been talking a lot lately, it seems like, in these victory lanes and stage wins. And you come out tonight with the stage win and the checker flag. Take us to the night. Take us to that last stage. You already went through the first stage with us. Take us to that second stage now.
Yep, it's always good to perform the sweep. The second time this chase. Second stage, we ran up front a lot more. Me and Curtis really we went with the same strategy. We let him duke it out up there for a while, and then we just lap 8 there. I gave him the green light to push me, and he said he was going to push me wherever. So we just tried to work together to get up front there, and he just pushed me to the win. I can't give a bigger shout out to Curtis, best pusher out there tonight. If we could share the victory lane, I'd share it with him. But yeah, I wouldn't be here without him, that's for sure.
That you're right. We've seen a lot of pushing from you two tonight. As you go on, you kind of helped yourself out a lot more with the chase points. As you were coming into this race tonight, you were 14 in front, and I don't know what you're going to be now, but it's really going to help you boost that championship. As we go into Texas next week, what's the game plan there?
Texas, it's going to be a really great track. We seem to be really good on the mile and halves throughout the whole season. So we should have a good truck there. It's just staying out of trouble as normal, but it shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be like Talladega here where I'm on edge around everybody, thinking there's going to be a wreck at every moment. So it should be a lot more fun next week going to a real racetrack, if you know what I mean. But yeah.
That is for sure. We were on our edge of our seats at all times with you guys bump drafting and everything. Carlos, you got any questions for our race winner, Matt Greenberg?
Yeah, so lap 4, what did you think? Did you think your race was done?
Yeah, well, I didn't think it was done, but I did know that I got a little bump in the back end. I thought we were all right. I dug down pit road there to avoid everything, so seemed to be a good move, even though there was still somebody wrecking at the end of pit road when I was down there. So I don't know where he came from, but yeah, just glad we stayed out of all the wrecks today, and we came home with the win. That was the main thing. We kept the front clean, so I think as long as we kept the front end of the truck clean, we were able to have a truck capable of winning. So a little right rear damage didn't seem to affect it too bad.
Well, it's good to hear, and congrats on the win once again. We look forward to seeing you next week at Texas. So we wish you good luck and all that jazz. So before we leave, do you have anybody you want to thank, anything like that?
Definitely, I like to thank my fans in the chat. Samantha Berry, I know she said,
Yep,
let's
she
go
was-
54.
She was very happy there at the end. Same thing with
Yep.
Same thing with Blue J 499.
Yep, big shout out to them too. Big shout out to Blue Jay and Samantha. It's always good to have some fan support here, and big thanks to Toyota Tundra and all the boys back at the shop that give me a fast truck each week in and week out. So thank you.
All right, we thank you. We'll see you next week. All right, so Hunter, that should be it for us. Before we do say goodbye, let's go ahead and take a look at the results for tonight.
All right, we'll take you through the top 10 here. And our race winner, as we just talked to, will be Matt Grunberg in that 54. And in the second spot, Curtis Sawyer, Dylan Gooden in that third spot, Thomas Wagner in the fourth, Lucas Cramson will round up our top 5. James Miller, is in that sixth spot. Kyle Barefke in seventh, Artie Peterson Jr. in the eighth, Hayden Wheeler in the ninth, Chris Sweat, rounding out the top 10.
In 11th place, we have Cody McCorkle. 12th place, we have Brent Jones. Liam Sheen, 13th, with David Gervais, 14th. Justin Rector, Robert Hill Jr., Randy Throne, finishing 16th, 17th. William Kruska didn't get a good finish at all. This whole quattro of chase drivers finishing multiple laps down. He finished 18th. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, 19th, and J.R. Hagerth in 20th. 21st, we have Anthony Hyatt, James Mulder, 22nd, and 23rd, Brendan Skinner. So that'll be it for tonight. Hunter, any last words tonight before we sign off?
Well, thank you to all the fans out there watching tonight. It was great to hear from you guys in the chat. Keep talking it up in the chat. Let us know what you think as we go on to Texas next week.
All right. Well, as always, I want to say thank you to Hunter. Thank you for Three-Road Racing League Drive for Suicide Prevention. They've done a fantastic job here with this broadcast. With helping us out with the broadcast and with the league. I also want to thank Track Cams for Gourmet for providing the wonderful track package and the in-car camera we saw here tonight. So if you want to check them out, go to www.trackcams22.com. I also want to thank OBS and BenSound.com for providing some free background music, as well as the ability for us to stream, and ATVL as well. So, this is Carlos and Hunter signing off. We'll wish you good night.